Keep close to nature's heart and break away once in a while and climb a mountain or spend a week in the woods. Wash your spirit clean. Inspiring words from John Muir and just what the Sloanes were looking to do.
Where are we at? Catfish.
Red River Gorge again.
It's been a while, huh?
Yeah.
It had been 9 long months since our last visit to Red River Gorge, nearly as long since we last camped under the stars. We set out on the Sheltowee Trace with beautiful views of the Red River itself. The hope was to hike northeast on the Sheltowee and find somewhere to set up our hammocks.
Turtle. Follow the turtle.
For the first half mile after crossing the scenic byway, the trail was literally surrounded by wildflowers of all shapes, sizes, and colors. Everything from wild geraniums, yellow lady slippers, spring beauties, mayaples, white trillium, even the big-leafed magnolias were in bloom. It was a sight to behold, like hiking through a fairy tale.
I had brought along my copy of Hinterlands, the Bible for unofficial trails in the Red River Gorge. It listed a hidden trail to an area called the Arch Nursery, so of course we had to check it out.
Pretty cool rock shelter. One of the things I love so much about the Red River Gorge is it has this ancient, almost prehistoric feel to it. There's your prehistoric human inhabitants, apparently. And straight across, where they've got these signs up, is where the white-haired goldenrod, I believe it's called, I have to correct myself, but it is only found here in rock shelters in the Red River Gorge. Nowhere else in the world is that species found.
Back in Indiana, it was in the 50s and raining, but here in Kentucky, the temps were approaching near record highs and very humid. We were definitely feeling the heat.
There we go.
Find a sweet spot.
Okay, cool off. Light shower. Feels good.
I'm already drowned in sweat.
Eventually, we found another unofficial trail that Hinterlands calls the Nowhere Trail. Unfortunately, I didn't get the hike up it on video because it was a steep and treacherous trail where the three of us had to help each other scramble up some slick sandstone. Not an easy task with our full packs on.
At At first, I thought Cliff Dweller was crazy for making us climb the Nowhere Trail, but once we reached the top, the view made it all worthwhile. We stood in awe for several minutes, catching our breath and taking in the scenery. We had found our campsite.
We cut off the Sheltowee on a trail that, according to Hinterlands, they call it the Nowhere Trail. And just coming up here on our own wouldn't have been a problem, but with all of our backpacks and everything, it was quite a climb. There's a lot of spots that you have to come up some pretty sketchy sandstone that's kind of hard to get a grip on, but I think it was completely worthwhile. Check out this view up here.
That's a really cool. Yeah.
So that straight across from us is Cloudsplitter. Alright, so we're going to do some zooming here just to see what we can see from our camp here on Nowhere Trail. So, Cloudsplitter. They're all just hanging out, having a good time. Have no idea that I'm zoomed in right on them, huh? Zoom back out. Is anybody up on top right now? There is.
Oh, yep, there is.
Well, that's the side you come up on.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah. There's a rope hanging on there, so you want to go to the top. You grab that rope and you come up.
Oh.
Remember in the Mine and Caden's video?
Okay.
We didn't. That's the part where we didn't go.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I climbed on up the rest of the way of this ridge line on the Nowhere Trail. It's a lot more wooded, less exposed. Doesn't have the views that the spot back there does. It does have a really nice campsite right here. Nice and big. We're going to stick with the view, I'm sure. But what I'm liking right now is I'm seeing a lot of fuel. One nice thing about deadfall, it's easy to collect firewood.
Hey! Hey!
We spent the next few hours setting up our site, collecting firewood, and exploring the ridge. The temperature had hit 90 degrees, so we were moving a bit slower and going through our water faster than expected. So we headed back down to the Sheltowee for a little more adventure.
We broke out the daylid packs, left our base camp, and heading further down the Sheltowee right now. A little recon mission to refill water.
That recon mission turned into a whole new adventure. Cloudsplitter, here we come.
Alright, got our trail markers. Turtle's what we've been following. And right up here is an unofficial trail that, as we've seen today from the views across, a lot of people know about it. You always notice by this tiny little stream right here and this cleared path straight up here. Totally unmarked, but this is the path that takes you up to Cloudsplitter. So shake it out. It's about 90 degrees out here today.
Yeah.
And we're going uphill.
Finding the unofficial Cloudsplitter trail wasn't a problem. Climbing the trail is a whole other animal. Fortunately, we like rugged trails, just not so much in 90-degree heat.
We got to the base of Cloudsplitter and seen just how steep the climb up sheer sandstone would be to get to the top, and our hearts sank when we discovered the rope that is normally there was missing. Without the rope, this is considered at least a fourth-class climbing route. Not something we were prepared to do, especially with loose sand on top of sandstone. We really didn't want to become another statistic in Red River Gorge tragedies, so we decided the climb would wait at least until a catfish is bigger and stronger to attempt it in the future.
We entered the crack in Cloudsplitter to see if we could make it through the cave. I was able to shimmy through and could have gone all the way, but it just wasn't safe enough to bring the whole family through. Once again, we erred on the side of caution.
Though disappointed we didn't make it to the top, we took a side trail that comes out right under the cave on the side of Cloudsplitter. From there, we could see our campsite on the Nowhere Trail on the neighboring ridge. We also had an amazing view of Chimney Rock and the surrounding forest.
Alright, so we didn't make it to the top of Cloudsplitter this time. And it's just safety concerns with all three of us here. With the sand, or the sandstone, has a lot of loose sand on it. And at the angles you have to climb, we just weren't finding the grip to safely go up it. And we just don't really care to die today.
Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow.
Maybe.
So, we're on the side of Cloudsplitter right now. And, just as we shown you from our campsite earlier, if you look across from Cloudsplitter, there is our campsite. Look out that way. I believe you got another view of Chimney Rock.
Hi.
Yeah, we're a little bit warm.
Yeah.
I guess you could say we're stuck between a rock and a hard place here, huh? I like it.
Let's see if my pictures turned out before we go anywhere.
What's up, buddy? What are your thoughts here on Red River Gorge today?
It's pretty hot today.
It is hot, but what's your thoughts about the views?
The views are pretty cool,
Yeah.
but I'm all sweaty.
Yeah, me too.
Thunder started rumbling in the distance, and the skies began to darken, so we tried to hurry back down. However, I started to feel nauseous and lightheaded. Heat exhaustion was setting in, so we had to stop while I rehydrated. Eventually we made it down and refilled our water supplies from a small stream.
Fortunately, it never did rain. We made it back to camp at dusk, got a fire going, and enjoyed some ramen noodles and s'morios while listening to the sounds of the forest and watched heat lightning in the distance.
This was our first time hammock camping. We don't have the best equipment, and our tarps and ridge lines need some work, but they did the job. This was also our first time using our new backpacking chairs, which might have been the best investment we've ever made.
The next morning, I woke up with no back pain. That might be a first since we've been backpacking. Sleeping in the hammock made a huge difference. Between that, my coffee, and the fresh mountain air, I was a happy camper.
We took our time waking up and tearing down camp. Mostly, we just enjoyed being there, living in that moment. We had originally intended to hike a lot further on the Sheltowee, and if not for finding the Nowhere Trail, perhaps we would have. But we were happy. We had found our own slice of heaven here on this ridge.
It's not always about the quantity of views you find, but about the quality.
Got to take a picture of my pizza so then I can post it on Snapchat. When we get connection so I can make everyone jealous.
Alright, dude.
Tim Watson, this is for you. This is about as far as we're gonna go.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I don't even think my pack is gonna let me go this far.
All right.
I have girl problems.